Ever found yourself on the pitch overthinking everything? Your mind is racing, it's replaying mistakes from earlier. Maybe you're worrying about what's coming next, or you're second guessing your every move that you're making. That sound familiar? Now here's the truth. When you're stuck in your head, you're not in the game. Your brain will not be able to perform to the high levels of your ability. Now football is fast. There is no time to dwell on what's just happened or worry about what you're going to do next. But so many players fall into this trap. They overthink every touch, every pass, every run. And when you're overthinking, you're not playing your best. You're not in the blue performance state, as I call it, where everything is natural, everything is automatic and instinctively, where you're playing your best game and it almost comes easily. Now maybe you've trained for hours, perfected your skills in practice, but come game time, it feels like you're hesitating, you're doubting, or you're just getting stuck in your thoughts. Now when you're stuck in your head, it is holding you back from playing to your true level. And in this video, we're going to explore how to get out of your head and into the game. I will show you that why staying present is one of the big keys to unlocking your best performances, and how to train your mind to focus on the moment and how to let go of that overthinking. Now by the end of this video, you'll understand how to trust your training, stay locked in, and to perform with a confidence that deep down you have within you. Now you know the best games that you have come where everything is happening instinctively and automatically. This is your blue performance state in action, and this is where this video is going to take you now. Now let's start by talking about why overthinking is such a performance killer. Now overthinking takes you out of the flow of the game. Instead of reacting naturally and trusting your instincts, you're overanalyzing every little detail. You're caught up in your thoughts. What could go wrong? What already gone wrong? Or what others are going to be thinking about you, how they're judging you. But here's the thing. When you're in your head, you're not in the moment. And football is a game that is played in the present. If you're thinking about a missed pass from 5 minutes ago, or you're worrying about how to make the next one perfect, you're already steps behind. And this is where the brain comes in. Think of it like this. When you've trained for hours and hours in a skill, that skill gets encoded into your brain. What's happening here is you're strengthening the neural pathways in your brain that make this brilliance of your game automatic and instinctive. You can just go on autopilot and you are brilliant. But the more that you overthink it, the more that you interrupt those automatic processes. It's a little bit like having a specialist mechanic operating on your car. They know exactly what to do to get it performing to its absolute best. If you leave them to it, the performance of this amazing car is going to be incredible. But instead, you interrupt the mechanic. You try and tell them exactly what to do and how to do it. But the problem is, you don't know that much. And not only do you not know that much, but you slow this process down and you make it completely ineffective. And that is exactly what you're doing to your brain. This brilliant trained footballer within you, the player that is absolutely superb if you let them get on with it. But you don't. You interrupt their game with your overthinking. You're standing on their toes, getting in their way, pulling them away from what they do best. And obviously it's pulling down your performance. Now, first of all, we need to flip this script. What happens now when you're fully present, when you're locked into the game, focused on the game in front of you, the game that is being played here and now? Because when you're present, you are getting closer to the zone, the flow state, or what I call the blue performance state. When you're present, it's now a lot easier to get completely immersed in the task at hand. You're not worried about the last play or the next one. You're focused on now, and this is where you perform at your highest levels. Now, neuroscientists have found that in this blue performance state, the parts of your brain that are responsible for consciously, critically analyzing, so the part of your brain responsible for overthinking, it goes quiet. Instead, your brain operates more efficiently, more effectively, allowing you to react faster, to make better decisions, and to stay calm under pressure. And this is obviously where you want to be when you're on the pitch. So how do you get there? But it starts by letting go of what is not important and focusing on what is. Your training has already been done, and now you need to trust it. Being present and immersed and in the moment is not something that just happens. Like any skill, it takes practice. And here are a few techniques that you can use to train your mind to stay in the moment and to stop overthinking. Now, the first one is to focus upon your breathing. Now, one of the quickest ways to bring your mind back to the present is to focus on your breath. So when you do catch yourself overthinking or feeling tense, take a deep breath in and slowly exhale, following your breath. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which will calm your body down and help you to clear your mind. Next, you can use phrases. Develop a few key phrases that help you to refocus. These could be as simple as next play or stay in it. When you feel your mind drifting, repeat these phrases to yourself. It is a mental cue that brings your attention back to the present moment. The next powerful one is visualization. Now, before a game, visualize yourself staying calm and composed. Picture yourself reacting naturally without hesitation, staying in the moment, no matter what is going on around you or what happened 5 minutes ago. This will prime your brain to operate in the present when that time comes. Studies have shown that players who visualize and focus on staying present are more likely to enter the flow or the blue performance state on match day. And next is to just trust your training. Now, remind yourself, you've put in the work already. You've trained for this. By the time you step onto the pitch, the preparation is done. Trust that your body knows what to do. Overthinking this will only get in the way of what you've already ingrained through repetition. So let's take a closer look at how overthinking affects this performance on the pitch. Now, when you're in your head, your body will tense up. You'll second guess your decision, which makes you slower to react. This split-second hesitation can be the difference between making a successful pass and creating an assist, or just simply losing possession. Or it can be the difference between scoring a goal or missing an opportunity. Now, imagine a situation now where you're through on goal. If you start overanalyzing, should I shoot now? Or where's the keeper? Or whereabouts should I strike the ball? You're already too late. Compare this to the times where you've reacted instinctively and without thinking. You just knew what to do and everything simply flowed naturally. This is because you were in the moment. You weren't overthinking. You were present. You trusted your ability. You trusted your training, your instincts. And in this moment, you're just thinking, I'm going to put the ball in the net. How to do it is just down to your automatic and trained ability within you. It will simply find the best way to do it, analyzing millions of subtle things that are happening all around you. Things that you're not actually going to be consciously aware of. Before you know it, the keeper's gone down to your feet to save it, and you've simply maneuvered the ball around him and put the ball in the back of the net. All of it on instinct, letting that trained ability just do what it does best. Now, confidence also plays a huge role in staying out of your head. When you lack confidence, you're much more likely to overthink because you don't trust yourself to make the right decisions. But when you're confident, you rely on your instincts and your training. Now, if you think of the top players like Mo Salah or Kevin De Bruyne, unless they're going through a really bad patch, they don't second guess themselves in critical moments. Why? It's because they trust their preparation. They know they've put in the work, and when that moment comes, they react without hesitation. And that is what makes them elite players. Building confidence comes from trusting the processes that you've put in. When you're confident in your abilities, you free your mind to stay present. And this makes you much more likely to perform at your best. So let me ask you, when was the last time you found yourself overthinking on the pitch? Maybe you were worrying about a mistake or trying to get everything perfect. What did it feel like? And more importantly, what would happen if you let go of that overthinking and you focused on being present instead? Now, drop a comment below and let me know. And also let me know what you're planning to do to stay present, to get into this blue performance state in your next game. Now, if you did find that this video helped you to get a new perspective on your game, I would be honored if you subscribe to my channel for more performance tips. And now that you've found my channel, be a good teammate and share it on your WhatsApp with the rest of your team.